Hello and welcome to chapter 3 of my Christmas in St Ives reread. This is my festive novella. It's also a prequel to my novel Somewhere Beyond the Sea, but you don't need to have read that book to enjoy this story. If you are enjoying it, it's 99p on Kindle at the moment, so you can read along. Sit back, enjoy, and here's chapter 3. Chapter 3, Kerry. My life, girl, what I wouldn't give to be you right now, cozying up with Mr. Thor himself. Now that's what I call extracurricular activities. Jo has been raving about the new teacher back in my classroom for a full 5 minutes, but I'm trying my hardest to zone her out. The more I think about it, the more annoyed I am. Gloria never gets involved in the Christmas play, neither does anyone else for that matter. I've become accustomed to being the only person driving it every year, but actually I like it that way. I plan the spectacular months in advance, and it's a point of pride to make it better every year. But now a new teacher arrives, and suddenly Gloria is in charge of appointing people for my play. I don't think so. Did you see David's face when Thor sat next to him? Talk about seething. She pauses long enough to peer at me. Oh, come on, Kerry, you have to admit that was fun. What was fun about it? Gloria totally railroaded me. With an Adonis? I've worked with a woman 15 years and she's never once tried to shove a gorgeous young man on me in the name of work. Hang on, you're serious, aren't you? She stares at me as if I've just confessed I don't like breathing. Sweetheart, this is a good thing. You're always saying how little help you get with the Christmas shows. I don't mean it. I know how daft this sounds, but it's the truth. Everybody moans about work. It's just what humans do when we've had a frustrating day, just letting off steam. But I love doing the plays. I love writing the music, and I love performing it too. The kids are used to seeing me directing from behind a piano. This is going to totally throw them. Sweetheart. I hold up my hands. I know it's irrational, but if I can be so easily replaced, what does it mean for everything else in my job? This is the one thing that's just mine. Everything else has to be shared with other people or could be taken away from you altogether, like David. No, not like him. I think that's what this really is. He never liked you doing the play, and I saw him trying to give you a sympathetic smile when Gloria said Tom was going to be involved. You think he's going to use this to get you back on side? I flopped down onto one of the low blue tables. Jo, it was mortifying. It felt like he was trying to make a public show of reaching out to me just because everyone else was watching. Trust me, kid, nobody was watching what David Myers was doing once the new guy walked in the room. That's what he'll hate about all of this, and he's so into himself he probably thought you didn't like Thor either. I don't want any help with the Christmas play. I don't need it. I'm sure Tom is a decent bloke, but I can do it by myself. But he's Thor. I stare at my friend. Personally, I prefer Captain America. Excuse me, muscles, long flowing hair, hammer. I shrug. Muscles, cheeky grin, lovely big shield. Goody two-shoes compared with a Norse blimmin' god. Our long-time favourite superhero argument feels like a welcome old friend, as for a moment Jo is totally sidetracked. I'm just saying, not everyone wants a big blonde hammer-wielding god for a boyfriend. Clearly, you have no taste. Look at it this way, Jo. Thor can be all yours. Somehow, I doubt my Pete would be happy if I brought him home, although maybe if I just kept him in my cupboard at school. She frowns at me. I digress. You have to see this as a good thing. Tom isn't pushing you out. He's another pair of hands to help you make the play an even bigger success. Less workload for you, time with someone who doesn't know your entire dating history like everyone else here does, lots of opportunities to just lust over that body. Maybe you should join us working on the play and then you could lust over him all you like. It's an easy point to score. I love Jo, but she's the queen of excuses when it comes to volunteering. Well, I know I could, but, with Pete and the dogs and his mother, I just can't commit to the extra time. Give the bloke a go, Kerry, and stop taking it personally. I don't want Jo to be right about this. Work is complicated enough without my beloved Christmas production becoming a battleground too. I don't want to work with Tom on it, but what choice do I have? At least it's Friday and I have a whole weekend until I have to face school again. As soon as I leave school, I drive to St Ives to meet my friends. Planning the town's Christmas festival has never been so appealing. So there you go. That is chapter 3 of Christmas in St Ives. If you're enjoying it, it's 99p on Kindle. I will see you soon for the next chapter. Thanks for listening.